Yes, about equivalent and non-equivalent orbitals, we had a discussion. Also, in the last lecture, at last I told to you, if I consider a molecule say PCl3 and F2, then these fluorine atoms will occupy which position?
Axial.
Right, brilliant answer. They will occupy the axial position. So, what is a thumb rule that we concluded? If more electronegative atom remains, here which atom is there? Like fluorine, then will occupy the axial position. Means we will prefer that orbital which has more p character, or you can say less s character. That position will be governed by more electronegative species. Is there any question about that? Suppose if I consider PCl5, answer for my question, will bond length of each phosphorus chlorine bond will be same or different?
Same.
Same.
Yeah, here is the problem, students. We say no equivalent and non-equivalent orbitals. Purpose was that culture of the atoms which are in trigonal plane is different, and culture of the atoms which are perpendicular to this trigonal plane is different. These two chlorines are different, and these three chlorines are different. These two chlorines experience different kind of interaction, and these three chlorines experience different kind of interaction. Now, particularly if I highlight that axial chlorines, these axial chlorines will experience how many 90-degree repulsions? Three 90-degree repulsions will be there for axial chlorine, while for equatorial chlorine, if I would consider equatorial chlorine, one of the equatorial chlorine, then this equatorial chlorine experiences only two 90-degree repulsions. 90-degree repulsions are different. Therefore, the culture for that bond or atom will be different. Therefore, attraction that the chlorine will experience towards the phosphorus will be different. Where there is a more repulsion, there will be the less attraction. Less attraction, more will be the bond distance. Now, answer for my question. This is my axial chlorine. It is equatorial chlorine. Which chlorine experiences more repulsion due to other bonds? And here 90-degree repulsion is our main point. Axial chlorine experiences more repulsion, or equatorial chlorine experiences more repulsion? Waiting for reply. Okay. Is my question clear?
Yes, sir.
Then answer is in front of you. They only have to pick that suitable answer. Here there is a 390 repulsions, here 290 repulsions. So which chlorine experiences more repulsion? That is my simple question.
Axial.
Yes. So this axial chlorine will get repelled, means will go up. Likewise, this axial chlorine will go down relatively. I'm saying relatively. Therefore, this bond length, axial phosphorus chlorine bond length, this bond length, axial phosphorus chlorine bond length will be larger because those chlorines are going away. On the other hand, you can say these equatorial chlorines will come somewhat near towards phosphorus, relatively near compared to axial. So this bond length will be shorter. So bond lengths are not equal. Is the point of discussion clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then here, whichever the hybrid orbitals are there, I represent them by a red coloration now. See these orbitals. These orbitals have more peak character. These orbitals have relatively more peak character. Hybridization is sp3d, but more peak character is there for these orbitals. Therefore, separation is 90-degree. And where here see separation is 120-degree, relatively p character is less. So p character and s character, that also is an important point to decide the bond lengths or bond angles. So the orbitals which have the separation near to 90-degree means they have the more p character. To make this concept clear, I give you one more example about which you are already knowing the aspects. Means methane molecule, you know, hybridization. In water, what hybridization is there, that also you know. In ammonia, what hybridization is there, that also you know. Now I need your help. Let me consider first example, methane or SiCl4. What is the type of hybridization?
sp3.
Brilliant. sp3. The structure of methane, if I have to represent, then it will be tetrahedral. Hydrogen at the end of the tetrahedral, and at center there is a carbon. This tetrahedral structure, what is the bond angle? Take any bond angle. This hydrogen, other bond angle is uniform. I want answer. That number. Yes, what is the tetrahedral bond angle?
109.
Yes, 109 degree 28 minutes you can consider, or 109.5 degree, or generally I represent now for the sake of comparison 109 degree. Now I want to consider a second molecule is ammonia. Will anyone answer what is the hybridization that nitrogen undergoes in the ammonia?
sp3.
Right, same hybridization, sp3. So steric arrangement should be tetrahedral. But one interesting thing is there that nitrogen in the ammonia has lone pair. Here in case of methane we consider 4 bonds. Here only 3 bonds are there. How can I represent the structure? Nitrogen will be at center. A lone pair will be upside. It can be anywhere, but just I'm representing to upside. That I represent this 2 electrons are there in that upper orbital, and the bond pair 3 are there, 1, 2 and 3. 3 hydrogens I represent at the end of each bond. Ideally tetrahedral means we should expect 109 degree as you rightly said, but do you know what is the bond angle here in the ammonia? Means this H and H angle, or other also H and H angle you can consider. What is that angle? What is the value of that angle? Just now guess.
07.
107 degree. Brilliant. You are noting here, no? 109 degree and 107 degree. There is a decrease in the bond angle. Means this bond angle is more near to 90 degree comparative to methane, comparative to SiCl4. In ammonia, bond angle is more towards 90 degree. Why I am talking about 90 degree? Because my point of concern is hybridization. My point of concern is S and P orbitals. S orbital spherically symmetric. Throughout the sphere it is there. So about S orbital I am not caring at all, because it can have the flexibility in any direction. But if I talk about the p orbital, originally those p orbitals have the orientation, no fixed orientation, px, py and pz. I want answer from you. What is the angle between the px and py orbital, or py and pz orbital, or px and pz orbital? What is the angle? Yes. So basically, original status of p orbital is with 90 degree separation. But practically, we are molding them, we are extending them to show the angle 109 degree in sp3. Means somewhere burden we are emphasizing on the p orbital. Nobody wants burden. If burden is taken, then that much output they desire, that much output they want, then only they will take their burden. But natural tendency will be there, as less as possible burden should be there. 107 means not a great progress is there, but little progress is there. So comparative to methane molecule, in ammonia, these orbitals where these sp3 or hybrid orbitals are there, these orbitals have more p character. Could you able to digest the concept, student?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And reason for that is a change in the bond angle, or you can say because of the change in the p character, bond angle is varying. To make our logic clear, I want to highlight here one more example. Can anybody guess what example that I want to inform here? Hint I give it to you. It has 2 lone pairs. The central atom in that has 2 lone pairs. 2 lone pairs means remaining bonds will be there. Only 2 bonds will be there. What may be that molecule? That is a well familiar for us. That chemical is well familiar to us. Without that, our life is impossible.
Water molecule. H2O.
Right. I am considering H2O. Again, hybridization here is sp3, but there are 2 lone pairs. If 2 lone pairs are there, then of course there will be the 2 bond pairs, because we want steric number as 4. So if I have to represent the structure of the water, then I have to consider oxygen here at center and angular shape will be there and hydrogens will be at the end of those bonds. Two lone pairs I have to represent. It is a one lone pair and it is a second lone pair. It has two electrons. Means lone pair means two electrons will be there. What till now explanation we were giving in case of ammonia, there is only one lone pair, and because of that a strain will be experienced by the nitrogen hydrogen bonds. Here two lone pairs are there, therefore more strain will be there, and due to which, can anyone help me, what is the bond angle in the water? That bond angle is, guess,
104.
104 degree compared to previous 107. Now 104 degree is further less, means approaching more towards the 90 degree, more towards original P character. So it has more P character. Who has more P character? This oxygen hydrogen bond has more P character. That hybrid orbital has more P character compared to whom? Compared to ammonia. Ammonia has more P character in that bond compared to whom? Compared to methane. And our explanation till now was in ammonia one lone pair, therefore bond angle decreases to 107 degree. In water oxygen has two lone pairs, so bond angle further decreases. So VSEPR theory approach till now we were following. It was a very simple and we have accepted that approach. We are not neglecting the significance of that VSEPR approach. But most important thing here is a character, the P character, S character. And that S and P character is designed by, now listen very carefully. The point is difference in electronegativity. Our three chemicals are, which are those? One is methane, second is ammonia, third is water. In every molecule, hydrogen is there. Every molecule, hydrogen is there. Only change is the central atom. In first, carbon is a central atom. In second, nitrogen is a central atom. In third, oxygen is a central atom. And because of that difference in the central atom, whatever the variation in the bond angle is there, that we are finding, that will be my now new explanation. I need your help, student. Among these three, carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, who is most electronegative? Electronegative. Because our point is difference in electronegativity. Difference will be more if anything is more electronegative. Hydrogen electronegativity is same. It is 2.1 as per Pauli's scale. Carbon atomic number is 6. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. Oxygen atomic number is 8. Remind the previous conclusion. As we move from left to right, electronegativity increases or decreases. Means in a period, all these are in the same period. Electronegativity increases or decreases. As we go from top to bottom, electronegativity increases or decreases. Among these three, who will be the more electronegative?
Oxygen.
Yes, brilliant answer. Who had answered the question?
Shilpa, sir.
Yes, Shilpa, good answer. Oxygen. Nitrogen is more electronegative compared to carbon. So in case of water molecule, there is a maximum difference in electronegativity. In case of ammonia molecule, there is a medium, means relatively medium difference in electronegativity. In case of methane molecule, least or very less difference in electronegativity. Where there is a more difference in electronegativity, there will be the more P character for bonding orbital. So in case of water, when we say the bonding orbitals or this bonding electrons, this hybrid orbital, this hybrid orbital, this hybrid orbital, it has more P character. Compared to whom? Compared to ammonia. Here, this NH bond, which are the orbital is there, which has relatively less P character compared to whom? Water. But if you compare to there's a methane, it will be with the more P character. Here, in case of the methane molecule, the whatever the P character, that's the uniformity that we can say. Is related to the ammonia, it will be less. Because of less P character, more deviation is there. Bond angle is 109 degree. Because of little more P character, bond angle is near to 90 degree. It is a 107 degree. Because of further more P character, bond angle is 104 degree. Students, are you in tune with me? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Only 4 replies I found. 4 or 5 replies were there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Late replies. Okay. Now repeated reply I found. Okay, fine. If for bonded pair, P character is increased there, assuming from the methane to the water, then what about the lone pair? Because lone pair is also in the one orbital. That is also hybrid orbital. That also has S and P character. If one where P character remains more, then S character will be less in that orbital. Or other where P character will be less. Means whatever the orbitals, just now I talk about the bonding orbitals. Here I am saying more P character. Here I am saying more P character. It means other orbitals are there. There will be the less P character. And in those orbitals, lone pairs are there. Now I come to the conclusion about the orbitals where lone pairs are there. In case of methane, there is a zero lone pair. In case of ammonia, one lone pair. In case of water, two lone pairs are there. If I have to talk about these orbitals, now this orbital which has zero lone pair, so all orbitals are equivalent. In case of ammonia, methane, all orbitals are equivalent. In case of ammonia, one orbital is there where there is a lone pair. Answer for my question. That orbital will be with more P character or less P character compared to rest three orbitals. If bonding orbitals are with more P character, then those other orbitals where lone pair is there will with less P character or more P character. See students, my question is these bonding orbitals where bond is there have more P character. Then these orbitals where lone pairs are there, these orbitals will be with less P character or more P character. That's my simple question. If somewhere more is there, other will be less. Hint I had given to you.
Yes, less.
Yes, means wherever that lone pair is there, here there will be the less P character. Wherever these two lone pairs are there, there will be the less P character. It means first instance, one will say hybridization is sp3, hybridization is sp3, hybridization here also is sp3. All are of the same cadre. Absolutely not. For namesake, they are of the same cadre. As like we find here, many people with the same surname remain. Same surname is there, it means personality is same, not likewise. Personality may differ. Likewise, your names are same, but your characters are different. And up to 12th standard, you have not studied this portion, but now you are studying equivalent and non-equivalent. sp3 in general sense, you say is equivalent. But when we go in particular, when lone pair comes, when difference in electronegativity comes, then among those sp3 hybrid orbitals, equivalenceness will not be there. Those will be with different characteristics. Or in ammonia also, if you have to talk about the four orbitals, out of that four, one is of one category, three are of other category. If I have to continue my explanation for the water molecule, four orbitals are there. Out of that, two are of one category, two are of other category. Where there is a one orbital, it is with the lone pair. Where here two orbitals are there, are with lone pair. Here three orbitals are there, are with bond pairs. Here two orbitals are there, are with bond pairs. So among them, in a result, equivalentness is not there. But if general question comes over there, sp3 tetrahedral arrangement, geometry point of view, they are equivalent. But from P and S character point of view, electronegativity difference point of view, those are not equivalent. This is an additional aspect that I wanted to inform to you. Students, could you able to understand what I said today? Only I discussed these three molecules: methane, ammonia, and water. But angle of explanation was different than till now you understood. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Let me see if any point is left, any point is pending, then I'll cover that point also. Oh, excellent, excellent. One more point is there regarding the hydrides of the nitrogen. It is the last point of our syllabus. Shall we come to last point of syllabus?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are most happy so that you will not
Yes,
get more assignments, no? Okay, students, I want to know the feedback from you. Do you think that assignment help you, or assignments
Yes.
are boring?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Not boring?
Health.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Means so you are saying yes for the previous. Now our last point, as like I compared the sp3 hybridization for different central atom possessing molecules, methane, ammonia, and water. Now let me talk about the hydrides of same family. Means say example, nitrogen and phosphorus. Only these two examples for the sake of explanation I consider. They are in the same family, same group. Nitrogen atomic number is 7, phosphorus atomic number is 15. Electronic outermost configuration, if you see, the same will be there. And I want to consider hydrides of them. Hydride of nitrogen, ammonia. Hydride of phosphorus, phosphine. pH 3 you can consider. Here also same. Hybridization is sp3. So if I will represent the structure, then as the number of lone pairs are there in the ammonia, same quantity, same kind, same number of lone pairs will be there in the phosphorus. So from structural representation point of view, there will be the lone pair. Here also will be the lone pair. I am considering central atom nitrogen. Here I want to consider central atom phosphorus. Important point is next one. 3 bonds with 3 hydrogens are there, no? Among them, angle variation is different. Let me consider this ammonia and here phosphine. See, I write here hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Yes. What we find in this ammonia, bond angle is 107 degree. Let me see the bond angle in the phosphine. It is simply 93 degree. 93 degree. Now one maybe with the question, if my previous argument, previous logic you apply, what was that logic? Electronegativity was my logic. Electronegativity was my base for the discussion. Among these two, I need again your help. Nitrogen and phosphorus. Who is more electronegative? Nitrogen or phosphorus?
Phosphorus.
No,
Phosphorus.
see, listen. As we go from left to right in the periodic table, electronegativity increases. As we go from top to bottom, electronegativity decreases. Nitrogen is upside, 7 atomic number. Phosphorus is below that. Now tell me, who is more electronegative?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
Yes.
Nitrogen.
So as per this argument, as per this logic, electronegativity difference is more here. So the P character should be more here. P character as is more, this bond angle will be more and more towards 90 degree. But to our surprise, this logic is not applicable here. Means it is not working. It is there, but because in chemistry, many factors are there which do affect the structural arrangement or the reaction status. All factors we need to consider. Considering those all factors, we have to come to the conclusion. Previously, which atoms we were considering? Carbon, atomic number 6, nitrogen, atomic number 7, oxygen, atomic number 8. They are close to each other. Size is different, but they are nearly close to each other in size. Here, size is drastically different. Nitrogen is very small, phosphorus is larger. And because of the difference in size, here the factor also is what a difference. Electronegativity difference is there, but size factor is a dominating here. And what we find here, because of the large size of the phosphorus, the bond angle here is more towards 90 degree. Now question you'll be with, what is the reason behind that the large size and the small size? Okay, now I explain you. The orbitals which undergo hybridization are NS and NP. For hybridization, they have to mix, they have to come together, they have to redistribute, they have to align. I give you 2 examples. One example where the difference in energy is less, and other example where difference in NS orbital and NP orbital is more. This is the case. Now answer for my question. What is more favorable? Less difference in energy or more difference in energy? Those orbitals are to mix.
Less.
Right. FY basis student and SY basis student somewhat are of the same age. FY basis student and MSc student, difference is there, gap is there, academic point of view, energy point of view, level point of view. Likewise, orbitals also will mingle, will interact with whom are of the same cadre nearby. So these orbitals, NS and NP orbitals, where energy gap is less, they can easily mingle. So mingling occurs in such a way that a uniform distribution takes place. Here, in case if that mingling has to occur, it will occur. I'm not saying it is not going to occur, it will occur, but to less extent. If less extent if mingling occurs, then distribution, if it is to happen, will be the less. Distribution, allocation for the orbitals, orientation, uniformity if it is to bring, then it will be to the less extent. What we are doing in sp3 hybridization, we consider the s orbital, we consider the p orbital, they do mix each other to result such kind of the sp3 hybrid orbitals where one angle supposed to be the 109 degree. Ideally that I'm talking about. Means we are asking these p orbitals to do yoga. Naturally, what is the bond angle in the p orbital? 90 degree. Then we are deviating that p orbital. We are distorting that p orbital and we are making that separation to 109 degree. Separation by almost more by 20 degree. Almost. So that much effort p orbital has to take. When that effort p orbital will take, if p orbital is a good friend of s orbital, if p orbital is of nearly same cadre, p orbital is of nearly same energy, then only it will happen. Means a friend can help other friend, and if that friendship nearby age is there, then they will be flexible more to interact. But if energy gap remains more, then that much flexibility doesn't come. And because of that energy gap, more energy gap, the flexibility is not there. And because of that less flexibility, that p orbital will say no to deviate more. Who will do that much deviation? Will not do. Means in a family, you can ask other member in the family to help. But to other person, you know that person, but not so close, then you can't ask that person the things which you could able to ask to the close person. Same thing happens here in that friendship between the interaction between the orbitals and what the atom. So these p orbitals are hesitating, are avoiding, or are opposing to show, means they oppose to show the molding, to show the changes. To little extent they will change, not to more extent. And therefore what we are finding that p character still remains solid in that bonded orbitals. In case of this phosphorus pH bond, this pH bond, this pH bond, because of the larger size of the phosphorus, the energy gap, and s orbital is more penetrating than the p orbital, energy gap between s and p considerably increases. And because of that considerable increase in that the energy gap, the p orbital hesitates to show the more distortion. P orbital hesitates to show the ideal sp3 bond angle, that's a 109 degree. If it hesitates, means it will be with original position. So naturally, whatever the 90 degree angle is there, nearby that angle it shows. On the other hand, if you come to ammonia, it is showing 107 degree. P orbitals are flexible. P orbitals are like a family to the s orbital. They are going to the more distortion. They are experiencing more distortion. They are going to the more extent of deviation. It is only and only because of their energy gap. It is only and only because of the sizes of the atoms. Phosphorus is large in size, causing the no proper mingling in the s and p orbital, and because of that p character is extremely more in case of the phosphine. That's a pH bond. Student, could you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now suppose if I go to the down, that's a arsine or stibine. Then there, you see nitrogen, phosphorus that I consider. Let me consider further element. Say arsenic, hydrate of that called arsine. Other element, stibium, hydrate of that stibine. Their bond angles you will find nearly 90 degree only, not 90 degree also, 90 degree. Means further by increase in size, the s orbital and p orbital, that much mingling is not there. As was expected, that much mingling is not there. Means non-equivalency of the orbital is to the great extent in case of the stibine compared to phosphine, or equivalency is more in case of amine compared to stibine. So equivalent and non-equivalent, those terms were there. I explained those terms by two angles. One angle by means of the angular separation, culture point of view. And I remember properly, many of you have answered the questions very properly. I have labeled all hybridizations and I asked whether this hybridization is the equivalent positions or non-equivalent positions. Perfectly you have answered. For example, sp3d, you were saying non-equivalent, but sp3 equivalent. But within sp3 also, how non-equivalence can come? Because of difference in electronegativity as a one parameter, and second, difference in energy gaps or the sizes of the central atom. That just now I covered, and this point was pending. I said no, one point is pending, like this point was pending. Now here, from my point of view, syllabus I covered, but still we are not stopping. If you have any doubt as such, we will go on discussing. If any question is there, we'll go on discussing. But well in advance, it's my duty to cover the syllabus because I think your exams are from the 23rd. Am I right? 23rd or 24th?
22.
Okay, 22. So we are well in advance, almost 2 weeks before I cover the syllabus. But further lecture, means tomorrow's lecture or later on lectures will come. Those I will invest for revision and to answer your questions. Let me sum up. And if you have any doubt, any question, you can ask. Today, I opened my discussion with the PCl5 and PCl3 F2 arrangement, which already was discussed. But additional point I told to you about what PCl5 non-equivalent arrangement, how the bond angles, because you are seeing sp3 is a non-equivalent hybridization, and bond angles also will not be same. Keep in mind. Second point, that's a new point that I opened, and new angle for the discussion of hybridization that I had given. I compared the bond angle in methane, bond angle in ammonia, and bond angle in water, other than the explanation that you were knowing on the basis of VSE pair theory about the lone pair, bond pair repulsion. I had given now the explanation in support to the P character, and that is because of the difference in the electronegativities. Third point today I covered is regarding the hydrides of group 15 family, nitrogen family, NH3, PH3. Yes, student, please help me. I told you one more is there, one further two elements are there.
H2.
After phosphorus.
Arsenic.
Yes, arsenic is the element, hydride of that is arsine. After that,
Stibine.
yes, stibbium is the element, so stibine, SbH3. Commonly we say it is an antimony, but Latin name is a stibbium for that. So stibine. And there we found the bond angle in ammonia is very more near to 90 degree, here almost 90 degree only. And fantastic answer is there, the separation between the S and P orbital. How they mingle, accordingly bond angle also varies. If originally P cadre remains, then bond angle also will remain 90 degree, as is in the case of stibine. But in case of ammonia, originality of P orbital is destroyed and distortion in the P orbital is occurred there, and distortion by almost 20 degree in 90 degree. Yes, students, are these 3 points what I mentioned here on this board, are they clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, now it's your turn. If you have any doubt, any question, anywhere you feel that I should give more explanation, be free to ask. Complete all assignments. Everyone should complete. If everyone completes assignments, I'll give the question bank for that. Many questions are there, lot of questions. For paper 1, paper 2, just preparation little necessary. Paper 2 also I will give. But before that, I want assignment completion from each and every student. Question bank only for your support, only for the help, only you should know what kind of the questions will be there. Depth of question, guideline purpose, and practice should be there. Brainstorming questions are there. Is my condition clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
keep continuation.
Yes, sir.
I will show you how many students are there. Those who are irregular, or you can say regularly irregular. I don't want a single student who has not completed the assignment. Just wait. Just could you able to see the screen of the classroom?
Yes, sir.
Yes. No, screen of the classroom. Okay, you are finding. Just I see due date was 25th of September. Means last month. Let me consider. These 5 brilliant fellows are there. Rajesh, Aniket, Tejas, Nishant, and Akshay. Akshay maybe left the subject. Maybe. I don't know exactly. Possibility is there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He left.
Yeah. So what about others? My concern is each and every student. And this only one assignment that I had open. And I am very clear cut in my condition. I want work completion. Everybody, every student has to complete. Then you will say, we have completed. Then give questions to us. No. Each and every student is important for me. I can't separate the students here. But by the way, my condition remains, if you are the student, if you accepted the studentship, then you have to complete the task. Only few have to complete and few have not, no, will not do. Have to complete. And if they have any problem as such, bring it to my notice. Say July month is there. It is our 16th assignment. Still 3 are there. Again see, Rajesh, Tejas, Cinderella. Means 2-3 names will be always common. So you have to, somebody should take a lead, contact them and ask them to complete the assignment. Yes, whatever I am saying, are you following, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jelena is there. So I am not going to the all assignment. Next time I will go to the all assignments and I will see right from lecture number 1, assignment number 1 to now assignment number maybe almost 35 is there, I think. You have to complete. Yes, You have any doubt as such, you are free to ask.
Sir, last lecture is not uploaded.
Last lecture not uploaded. Means on YouTube not uploaded or lecture link is not given?
No, on stream and assignment also not done.
Okay. Thank you, Prathamesh. I will complete that. I think last lecture was regarding that the equivalent and non-equivalent orbitals, right? No?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'll see that. I'll complete that. Today only I'll complete that. Yes, Prathamesh. Thank you. Any other point left from my side? Okay. Now I want to know the commitment from you. Up to when will you complete all these assignments? And I suggest you don't waste time more. As last lecture and today's lecture I will upload. Today only I'll upload. Up to when will you complete all assignments? Every student should complete assignment. Is it possible that you will complete up to Monday?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shubham said. What about others? And ask others also. See, all your friend, I want synergy group. Suppose Rajesh has left the college, then I have no question at all. But if he is in that SYBSc and chemistry is his subject, then he has to complete assignment. So tomorrow, let me analyze all the things. So you will come to know who has left so that you can contact. Yes, is Rajesh in anybody's contact?
Yes, sir.
So whoever are there, ask them to talk to me. I will suggest them and let me know. And you also inform, complete the assignments. You can help them to complete the assignments. One friend can help other, but work they have to complete. Action is important.
Okay, sir.
Yes, about my condition, whatever I said. Yes, do you agree? What is my condition?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so communicate the message to us and you also complete first the assignments. I suggest you tomorrow also you can use the time for the completion, but we will discuss at the time of lecture who are left to complete the assignments so that by Monday if you complete, then it will help you to get the questions. Question in the sense, not necessarily should be an examination, ideas will be there. But certainly that considerable help will be there from the brainstorming point of view or answering the questions. Okay, last 10 seconds. If you're in doubt, I'll discuss. Otherwise, I want to stop. So students, shall we stop now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can give the message in the text box also. I want promptness. Only 3 students have replied. 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay then students, today's my session or lecture is over. You can quit. Lecture is over.